last year, you probably know that I used to really hate myself, and I had a lot of mental health issues that I really didn't care about or was really even aware of, I guess. And just recently, I've started to realize how terrible my mental health has been for like the last 10 years. Like, it's terrible, and I think it's affected my life in a lot of ways, and I feel like honestly the last I don't know, few months I've been having this whole rediscovery of myself. Like, I thought I knew who I was, and now I'm just learning again who I am. And it's just crazy. Life is so weird. And yeah, so I guess I'll talk a little bit about the way I used to talk to myself and about myself. Like, I always made a joke out of hating myself. I went on this podcast maybe like a year ago, maybe when I had 20,000 followers or something. And I remember just always saying, I hate myself, and they would laugh, and I thought it was funny, and I made a joke out of it, and I guess I kind of used it as a way to cope, and it was a humorous thing to me. And I don't know. I used to watch a lot of Shane Dawson. He was someone I used to really look up to, and I listened to his podcast all the time, and he would always say I hate myself, and I guess he was kind of one of my idols at the time, my YouTube idol. And I thought he was hilarious, and I think he kind of made me feel like it's okay to hate yourself. And he wrote a book called I Hate My Selfie, and I own it still. And his second book is called It Gets Worse, and it's just very negative, and so I kind of thought, this is fine, it's okay, this guy is so successful, and he's funny, and he has a good life, it appears. And I was like, I can hate myself, and I made it my identity, that I was a sad person, and I didn't like myself, I didn't love myself. And just looking back, I'm what was I doing? You know how when you look back at your old Facebook posts and stuff like that, and you're embarrassed? I thought I had it all figured out, a year ago, 2 years ago. And looking back, I feel embarrassed. It's just crazy. And it makes me wonder, will I look back in a year from now to myself right now and be embarrassed, I saw this thing on Twitter once, and it was your future self is watching you right now through your memories. And it's this crazy, thought. And yeah, it's just insane. And I don't know, I guess there's some people in the world who make it seem okay to be sad, which it is. It's good to feel your emotions, and I'm a very emotional person. I'm a Pisces, and I know there's people who don't believe in zodiac signs, and I never really did, but I really resonate with everything about Pisces. And one of the characteristics is emotional, and tends to be sad or something. And I don't know, I guess I just really want to change that in my life. And I was always talking negatively about myself. If I looked in the mirror, I didn't like what I saw, and I know a lot of people struggle with that. And I've recently come to understand, the law of attraction, and the law of SelfHelp Books, and that has honestly been like a life-changing thing, and it's totally changed my perspective on myself and the people around me, and like I'm just so grateful for the people who wrote these books. And they talk about the law of attraction and being positive and attracting positive things into your life. And, just so many things that I was doing wrong in my life, I was made aware of. And, like, it kind of just blew my mind. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, I thought I had my shit figured out, you know what I mean? It's just insane. And so, a couple things I've been doing to improve my mental health, because they talk about, I don't want to get too deep into it, but something that I learned about was your subconscious is kind of the part of your mind that is unaware, but it like controls your life in a sense, I guess. And so it's like you have to change your conscious thoughts to reprogram your subconscious, if that makes sense. And so I've really just been trying to be positive. I don't apologize for like stupid things anymore. I don't like say, oh, I'm sorry, like whatever. I tell myself I love myself every day, and like I have been avoiding drama, and I think that's a really big one, is avoiding drama or gossip and stuff like that. I've really been like a very anti-drama person ever since I like graduated high school, I like hate drama in my life, but I think anyone can gossip and find it to be fun, you know what I mean? It can be entertaining, to like talk about someone or something and kind of bash on it and, kind of make yourself feel better. And I think a lot of people get stuck in this habit, and I definitely used to be that way. And, it really doesn't attract anything positive into your life. There's nothing good that comes from it, and, I feel like it just negatively impacts you and whoever's involved. So I've really been working on that. Like my sister, I don't mean to like drag her, but she's younger than me, and she likes to gossip a little bit here and there, and like, we'll message each other and she'll kind of try to gossip, and I try to, change the topic or make it more of a positive vibe. I don't know, like I'm just really determined to like have a positive, happy life and change my life. I'm sick of being sad. The books I've been reading, I guess I'll tell you. I'm reading one right now called You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. It's really good. It's on my little nightstand right now. I read it every night. It's really good. I love it. And she's funny. And she like cusses and stuff. But a different book that I just finished is called Good Vibes, Good Life, which I highly recommend. You guys need to buy that book straight up. Like, I've had family members and stuff see me talk about it on Instagram, and they like buy it. I'm just a big believer in that book, and the guy that wrote it is just, I wish I could just have a conversation with him. Like, he has such an amazing mind, and it makes me wonder, like, how did these people who write these books get to the point where they could like literally write a book about it, you know what I mean? This is crazy. So anyways, Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King. And I pre-ordered his second book, which is coming out next month, I think, and I'm really excited. Anyways, and one thing I don't really tell anyone is in my phone I have like an app I use to basically these like journals, basically. It's like a voice memo kind of thing. And, because writing takes a long time sometimes, and so I'll do like little voice memos and stuff, and kind of use it as a journal. And the other day, I was like, I'm gonna listen to some of my old ones because I've been doing it for like 2 years now. Not every day, but it's like if I'm ever sad or I have an eventful day or something, I will do a little voice memo journal thing. I was listening to one of them, and I was like crying, and I don't even like remember making it. And I was like crying, talking about like killing myself, and it was like super dark, and I was just really sad and felt like I remember talking about people like took my kindness for weakness, and like people just walked all over me my whole life, and I really just don't want to be like that anymore. And that person that I was, I want to be the best version of me I can be, as cheesy as that might sound. Like, I literally just want to have a happy life, and I want everybody to have a happy life. And I guess I felt kind of inspired to make this video, because it's like, the people who write those books, they can make an impact on someone's life. I want to do the same, and maybe some of you guys are struggling with mental health issues or anxiety or depression. Like, I'm a very anxious person, and I hate eye contact and things like that, but something I've learned is we create our own limitations, like in our mind. Like, we just imagine stuff. And there was a quote in the book I read last night, and it was like, I've lived a long life, and I've had many struggles, most of which never happened. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, we literally create our own issues and worries that a lot of them just never even happen. And I feel like I've lived like that forever. And even just like going to like a public place like the gym or something, I don't like to look at anyone. I mind my own business, which you should, but it's like I would avoid eye contact with everyone. Like, look at the floor as you walk out. I'm like, I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable or whatever. Like, I've always been a people pleaser, and I'm learning not to be. And I also always compared myself, especially like my body. Once you're into fitness, you kind of realize how big the spectrum is for different body types and levels of fitness and genetics and everything, and it's really hard to not compare yourself. That is something I'm still working on, but like, I would get so disheartened and depressed over my body, even though I know I have a healthy body and like I don't look bad. I would see myself and see people on Instagram and whatever and just hate myself. And thankfully that didn't really cause any other issues. Like, for some people it could cause like eating disorders and things like that, but it never happened for me, thankfully. But life is hard, and I think I wanted to love myself, but I didn't know how. And there really are so many different ways to love yourself that I wasn't really aware of, and just lifestyle changes and trying to be optimistic and, telling yourself like positive affirmations and just having a healthy mind is so important. I never realized it. And it's just been so crazy, and I honestly feel like I'm a different person than I was. And that's just so weird to say, but that's how I feel. And I'm still working on it. Obviously, I'm not perfect, but like, I'm getting better at like communicating, and my social anxiety is improving, and it's insane. Like, I never thought I would get over it. And, you know, like, I'm better with, like, eye contact, and I just feel more confident and, like, better about my life and my future, I guess. So I'm hoping, you know, things go well. And I definitely just believe in, you know, I don't really believe in, like, God, but I believe in, like, the universe and, like, the law of attraction. I just think that that is so true, and, you know, if you don't really understand it, you can look into it, but basically, it's just, you know, if you're a negative person and you are mean and talk crap about people and complain about things, like, you'll attract similar things into your life, like negativity and things like that. And yeah, so, you know, I believe, like, the universe wants to help you, and I'm not, like, spiritual or anything. I don't have, like, crystals or, like, stuff like that, but, you know, I'm just starting to realize how many little changes I need to make in my life, and yeah, I feel good. I don't hate myself anymore. Like, I still struggle with, you know, negative thoughts, but I don't ever say I hate myself. I don't, like I said, like, apologize for stupid things, or, you know, I just feel better about myself, and hopefully you guys can feel the same way. There are situations, like a situation happened the other day where I don't know if I was talking to someone or commenting on something, but it was a situation where I usually would say, like, I hate myself or something. Maybe it was like responding to YouTube comments. I would say that just to be, like, funny. I don't do that anymore. And it's weird because I had this realization the other day of, like, I was gonna type that by habit, and I was like, that's not even true anymore. Like, I don't even hate myself anymore, and it's just crazy. And, you know, if I can learn to love myself, I think anyone can do it. I've had so many crazy struggles and suicidal thoughts, and you name it. Life's hard, dude. Like, change your mind, change your life. I honestly believe in that. So, anyways, I just wanted to make a quick little video about my mental health and my struggles and what I'm doing to improve, and just a little update, because, you know, I would make videos back in the day about, like, being depressed and my anxiety and feeling stuck in life, and I truly feel like I'm in a better place now, and I'm grateful. So anyways, you know, life's always gonna have hard moments, and, you know, a lot of people talk about toxic positivity, where you, like, force yourself to be positive and push your negative emotions to the side, and that is true. I've always thought that, like, I'm not just gonna force myself to be happy. I can't do that. But there are little changes you can do, you know, slowly throughout your life, to, you know, build up your self-love and appreciation for life. And, you know, we take so many things for granted, and I've really been trying to, like, express gratitude and be grateful for everything I have. Like, I have this apartment, I have my dogs and my boyfriend, and we have a car, and I love the place I live. I have a gym to go to. There's people that the gyms are still closed, and I have money to get food and whatever. And I think that is something, just, like, showing gratitude for little things like that, and, like, celebrating the little wins. It's, like, life-changing, honestly. It's crazy. So anyways, I hope that maybe you guys can practice some of these things and, you know, get a better life, attract better things into your life. And I definitely recommend looking up some self-help books online. It's been amazing. Like, always when I have one self-help book going now, like, it's affecting me in a big way. So anyways, I'm gonna give a little shout out to my patrons and channel members really fast. Also, we are coming up on 60,000 followers. What is going on? I've been on YouTube for a couple years now, and it's crazy. The channel's doing really well. This is the best my channel's ever done. The last, like, 3 months have just been amazing. So, anyways, thank you so much to Franco Sings and Bad Roman. You guys are my top channel members, and thank you so much to my patrons, my $10 patrons on Patreon. Sorry, I'm just pulling it up really fast. Jake Blaisdell, Micaiah Carter, Len Solo, Blaine B, Katrina, Eric Reese, Landry Beck, Albert Germany, Alistair, Talon, Jeremiah Johnson, Jesse Polk, Jumpscare, Robbie Yelton, Franco Sings Again, and Black Bibi 89. Yeah, 89. So anyways, have a good night, guys. I hope that you left this video maybe feeling a little bit changed or motivated to better your life, because I honestly just want people to have happy lives and treat others better. You know, there's so much hate and sadness in the world right now, and you know, if I can make a little impact, I think that's awesome, and I believe that you guys can too. You know, I just want the world to be better. The world sucks right now. So anyways, have a good night, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.